So here we are. We are in Killing Floor Editor right now. I'm going to show you how to extract the animated entity model. In this case, it's the gingerbread man from Killing Floor. As you can see, he has some animations here, swinging around. He's got some other ones too, but pretty much you can see he's animated. So what we're going to want to do, awkwardly fire up your favorite tool, UModel GUI. I love this tool. I love this tool so much. I love this tool. Open up the animations folder this time because that's where animated models are kept. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. You want the KF Freaks Trip Xmas package. That's this one right here. We can just export the entire package for now, even though we really don't need the entire package. We'll just take everything that we need. So, everything's exported. We'll throw this over here for now. Bring this over here. You're going to get a folder called Mesh Animation and one called Skeletal Animation. We just want to do the gingerbread man for now, so we're going to take the gingerbread man is the Gorefast, by the way, so the names are not going to look familiar, but they're going to be, because of the way they're laid out, going to be a little different. So we need the Gorefast, or there it is, Gingerfast. So I'm going to take these and put them in a separate folder for now, but we'll see. You need your PSK, which is your data file, and your PSA, which is your animation. Things get a little tricky here. For one, you don't know what the exports and imports are now because they just don't exist really in UT. I have a special tool for dealing with that. You're going to want to create a new folder here, just a temp folder, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be anything special, no specific name. And then you're going to want to use this tool, this special tool. DN UnPSA Toolkit. Now this was partially written by our good friend Gizzy, and partially written by whoever originally wrote this. And you're going to need to open up your files here. You're going to want to open your PSK, the way I just showed you. This shows all the bones, and then you're going to want to open a PSA. PSA right here is your Gorefast for this particular case. This contains all of your animations that are attached to the bone. Now you're going to want to hold down Shift and select everything in here and add the animations. This does two things to this model that are important. One, you want to save the PSA file. That's what the temp file is for. You're kind of tweaking it just a little bit, so you're going to want to just select it like this and then go to temp and then just leave this as the same file name. And much more importantly, this will generate the import lines for this. I think this was Gizzy's big contribution to this project, if I'm not mistaken. Again, you gotta do all file to all file, sort of, and you just want to do it like this so that you kind of know what you're doing, and then just do that. That's an extremely important step. Unfortunately, the models that this uses, the way that this it imports or something, it buggers up the model. So, unfortunately, I haven't found this to be avoidable yet. Either of us have. But you need to use Milkshape and just do something really, really dumb. I'll just wait till Milkshape starts. In the meantime, I'm just going to look at this just for a second. Our Milkshape program. Just going to want to import a PSK, PSA, like we did last time for the static model. Open up your lovely folder. So here's there's a PSK, PSA. You want the PSK? Open it. This is probably going to be slow. It's even slower since I'm recording. Oh look, there's our awesome gingerbread guy. Now you gotta do the most stupidest thing ever, and you gotta just import it and export it as the same thing. It makes no freaking sense at all, but just it has to get done. You just select this so that your file name is in here. That's why I do that, and then just go to your temp folder and just save it again. And that's just fantastic. So here's your actual files you care about, right here. So if you watch my first tutorial on Vertex Mesh stuff, it's kind of the same deal here. So you're just going to want to take all these files. You're going to need even more than this, but for now we're just going to use these, pick these, and that's it. You're going to want to open up your Unreal Gold folder. Fortunately, mine is buried deep in the bowels of Steam because it just is. You're gonna make a project again, just like last time. This project doesn't matter. But that's, there's your test project. You open up that folder, and here you gotta make a file called classes. I mean, a folder rather. And then in there, you just dump all your crap. Take your model file and put it over here. Go to your classes. This generates, that unpackaged thingy generates all this great stuff, which is absolutely fantastic. The only thing is, since we changed the path, you gotta change this, and you gotta change this, and that is it. This is probably not the best. This is like a placekeeper type of deal here. You're gonna want to make this like, say, expand scripted one. When you're actually correctly write the whole thing. Now, that's cool, but can't do anything. Right? It's useless. It's just papers. Oh, you gotta get your UMake out. You can do this if you know what you're doing. Feel free to compile this with UCC. I prefer just to use this just out of habit or whatever else. It just, for me to use UMake is just easier in the end. I don't know why. People will say, "Oh no, you can't use that. It's harder to understand." I've been using this since I started, and I see no reason not to use it. You're more than welcome to use a UCC compile helper or whatever you want to use, because that's whatever you know how to use. You can even use the editor, but I'm not going to tell you how to do that because that's not going to happen. We have no dependencies right now. Although, if you were to work on a project like this and you wanted to have like a dependency on a texture package, you would add it here. But we don't have that problem. We don't need to have a dependency on UPack, but we won't anyway, so it doesn't matter. Here we are right here. We're compiling our package. Oh, we actually did that perfect this time. Wow, amazing. I didn't talk about the default properties, and maybe in another video I will. I really just want to get this out first because it's like a complicated process. You just fire up Unreal ED since I'm completely unprepared. Now, you can do a lot of these import operations in the editor, but a lot of them are like undocumented, and it's just like 100 times easier to do it the way you did it just then. So we got Active Browser here. Just going to open up the package that you just compiled. There it is, test project. Go to meshes here, test project, and this isn't textured because we didn't import the texture. That's like part 2, but look at that. He's in the editor in 227 right there, flailing his arms around. Now how freaking cool is that? All the animations are right here. We need to get him a texture though. I know we need to get him a texture. And I think we'll do that next. There's no real reason for me to make a part 2, but I think that's going to be what happens because, well, the heck, I'll show you how to set the texture. There's a bunch of different ways to do the texture. I mean, unfortunately, it's a texture combiner. If I was going to do it the way I was going to do it, the right way, probably be, I think it's in this package. I'm just going to guess real quick. I'm going to be completely wrong because I'm not paying attention. KF Specimens Trip Xmas. T. Okay. I was right. There's our texture. As you can see here, there's a combiner here that's actually used, and a combiner here, but this one doesn't have a combiner. It's just a standard texture. So to make your life easier, you're just gonna do this one texture. I'm just gonna put it somewhere there. We're gonna lose it. Really? Just gonna put it in this folder. It's a DDS. Oh, crap. Okay. So we can't export it because it's DDS, but we can because we have a secret weapon. I totally forgot because I don't do this enough. Of course, here you go. You do your thing. Texture, browse, move to here, hit export. You gotta open it up, obviously, from the texture folder. Right? Yeah, so here we are in our favorite batch conversion program again from the last 3, at least my favorite tool. This is your texture folder. This is all we really need, this one, I think. Crap. Anyway, there's our texture, I added in there. do a quick ugly batch conversion. Make sure it's 256-bit. You know. For the sake of the time in this tutorial, I'm not going to explain to you how to import a texture using UCC. That's the preferred method you should be using because it just makes. Okay, so here I am showing you how to import the texture. The video. Normally, you'd normally use UCC to import this. You wouldn't do this in the editor. If you just had a one-off model, it would be okay. But if you're really seriously doing this for the whole deal, you're going to want to just use UCC. I'm not going to really explain to you how to do that here because I just want to show you how to get a working model and be excited. Not have to worry about messing up imports and all sorts of crap. Here you're going to specify your package. Again, it could be any package. For the sake of this, we're using the same package as the mesh. It may be beneficial to put them in a different package or your own. You'll learn that as you go along, depending on the size and your target audience. So there's the texture. We're going to go to the mesh properties here. Pardon the pause and the awkwardness. I had to basically relaunch the editor because it refused to bring up the properties dialog because I have multiple monitors. Another bug that will never really be properly addressed. It's a lovely tool anyway. And you're just going to go ahead and select your video and apply the texture to the texture to the mesh, as you can see. There it is. It's not the right texture, but it sort of looks like it. I don't know why it ended up being the wrong texture, but it's basically, you get the point. It's moving around. There it goes. You got full animations. Nothing's broken. You don't have to put a new texture on it, maybe. But other than that, I mean, everything is all good. You know, you can use this technique for UT 2004, UT 2003, Killing Floor, Knights, Mirror's Edge. I think you can do Mirror's Edge, not sure. Postal 2, any of the Postal 2 maps, SWAT 4, SWAT 4 Syndicate, Brother Bear. There's a lot. I mean, Shrek. There's a Magic the Gathering game that uses static skeletal meshes. You can export those as well. Pretty much any Unreal Engine 2 game you can do this, and it will work fairly painlessly. Postal 2 might give you some trouble with bones, and Unreal 2004, things may be in multiple pieces, so you'll have to deal with that. As far as actually making the monster like functional, other than just the animation being there, I can't really help you too much on that. You're going to have to learn to write monster code if you know what you're doing. It's beyond my level of expertise here. But, you know, there's ways to improve this whole tutorial. You know, you would learn to import the textures using UCC and automatically apply all the textures using default properties, and you could set the health and specify it as an actual monster and give it like attacks and stuff like that, and projectiles. And I had my friend do these when he did them officially for my server, so he was very kind enough to have done some work to release for the UT 99 community, and he helped me out hugely on this. And of course, special thanks to Gizzy for this, because he wrote the UnPSX tool kit. He extended it and made it a lot easier to do what we're doing here. So without that, it probably would be next to impossible to do what we're doing, or extremely tedious. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something here. I really hope you're all excited and you go rip every asset from every game now and pump it into Unreal, because we need tons of content. And I appreciate if you hit like and subscribe for more hopeful tutorials. I don't know if I'll make it any more, but we can try. Definitely. Thanks very much.